Saved. Saved. Okay. Yeah, my entire internet died. My entire internet died. That was weird. It happened yesterday, but it only disconnected me from Twitch. Today, it's managed to disconnect me from literally everything. Okay. That's annoying. That's cost me that delve progress as well, hasn't it? Unless it's going to drop me back in that delve. I bet it's not. That's not going to put me back where at that boss, is it? That could be a complete ripperoonie. That's also going to have nuked my YouTube chat. Sorry, Team YouTube. Okay. Well, it didn't ripperoonie the entire thing. Oh, okay. I'll take that. That's the best case scenario. YouTube got tinderboxed. My entire internet got tinderboxed. Okay. Should be fine. When did they remove or change Zekvir? This last patch that just happened. So yeah, you can't just... You don't get any vault progress from killing Zekvir anymore. Which is an interesting twist. I don't know exactly when my stream died, but I was saying how it feels like a bit of an odd change to make. Because your average player wasn't really... Your average player wasn't really power zerging it 8 times anyway. Because your average player that's gearing up and progressing through delves naturally probably isn't choosing to kill Zekvir just for vault progress each week. Because it's also most likely their main focus of the content. The people that were doing Zekvir 8 times in a week for their progress were people that probably play many other aspects of delves and just wanted those just wanted to get delves done quickly. Because they actually focus on Mythic Plus or Raid, for example. Felt like a bit of a weird change to me. A change to hamper the people who weren't really focused on doing delves anyway, rather than, I don't know. Right, let me focus on nuking this dude down though real fast. That way we can, whoa. In case we have any computer related issues. With all the storms and stuff recently, though, I'm kind of not surprised. Just a Blizzard thing. If they don't like the way you play the content, they force you to play it the way they want. Yeah, see, this is it. They always have this thing about them. Because killing Zekvir 8 times wasn't necessarily the path of least resistance for most players. It was only the path of least resistance for people that were very heavily geared in the first place and just wanted 3 more options from their vault. The 616s from the vault were probably not their best options on a weekly basis anyway. And if people want to circumvent the fun aspect of the game, then maybe let them. I don't know. I don't really know my opinion on that too strongly, other than it just felt like a weird change. Boom! Skittering breach stories though.
Nothing old Bran can't get through.
That's now put us within 3 stories of completing our Glory of the Delver. We'll have to keep our eyes on those stories. You watch, it'll take me 3 weeks to find those last 3 stories now, but what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just have to give people the finger for no reason. Yeah. Apparently. Boom, what do we get? Torchbearer's grips, 610 pair of gloves. Oh, that's nearly perfect, you know. You know why that's nearly perfect? Because we can now turn those into tier. That fixes a big problem that we had, which was that our gloves were dog shit. I saved a catalyst here exactly for this. Nice! That's going to give us the ability to have full hero tier set, I think. We got 619 helm, 616 shoulders, 619 chest. Yes, beautiful. That's the result we wanted. Love it. Love it. I don't think I could have asked for a better result than that, to be fair. It's going to give us 610 gloves, which will replace our veteran 2 of 8 LFR versions. Nice. Nice. Have we got enough points to get any of this upgraded now?
How fare you?
We're not really going to get above. We don't have much access to gilded crests. But if we can get our gear to 619, we're in a good spot. 140 Valor Stones, 15 Harbinger runed ones, we've got those. Delve Vault rewards are just way too good for their difficulty. You have to do a Mythic plus 8 to get 616, or Heroic bosses. Either way is harder than a tier 8 Delve. If you can get this with a sub 2-minute Zekvir, it just devalues all the other content. Well, not necessarily, because you're also forgetting the opportunity to get that gear via other content. That other content is, yes, arguably more difficult, but it's also more readily available. 616s from the vault means you get one item maximum per week. Whereas both Mythic Plus and Heroic Raid bosses give you significantly more chances at gear per week. So even if the gear is the same, you get significantly more chances, meaning you're going to gear up significantly faster overall by doing your Mythic dungeons or your Heroic bosses. So there is another side to that story, which is just overall gear availability. 610s via the bounty maps are like, I think I've had 2 bounty maps so far, and I've been doing my delves every week. Just bought a bunch of tinder boxes for 358 gold. No way, I don't make money on that. Okay. Yeah, I think they've kind of hit the balance nicely with the delve stuff. It does reward good gear, but boy oh boy, do you have to work for it over a long period of time. But it's a solo adventure, you do it at your own pace. You have an entire week. You have 7 days to do 8 delves. If you do a delve per day, you get a 619 at the end of the week. Which I think is relatively fair. And as a solo adventure, I'm more content with that generally. Right, 619, 619, 619. How far can we get these? Not very far, because we've run out of runed crests. Wrong. Delves give more gear. Sure. Yeah, we're now starting to run low on everything. I'm missing runed harbinger, runed crests. I've only obtained 62 of these so far. So realistically, 619 is the top, but yeah, that's one per week. The 603s you get from delves, you actually you're also, if you look at this, you get 603s from delves, but you're going to struggle to upgrade them because you don't have access to the crests unless you are really running an ungodly amount of delves. So yes, the end result can be the same, but the amount of effort you'd have to do to get it via delves, I think, is significantly higher. So it makes up that the heroic and the mythic plus bosses are more difficult, but you get more chances more quickly. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, I think. Good, which is also referred to as balanced. I think it's fine. Right. I'm now... I've done my 8 delves for the week. Stream is back up and running. I'm tempted to go play some Diablo for an hour or two, you know. Pretty tempted to go play some Diablo for a while. Let the dolls out. Oh, is that going to be one of those misheard lyrics? Once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. If you do the raid on heroic, you get capped on those rune crests so fast. Oh, there we go then. I enjoyed the story on D4. I can't really remember the story, to be honest, from D4 particularly. I can't really remember it that well. There's a new campaign in the new. There's a new campaign in this. We're gonna have to change things about a little bit here, aren't we? Let's change the category. Twitch gets a bit twitchy if you're in the wrong category. What's the name of the new class? Yeah, cool. Spiritborn. Change the YouTube title as well. Alrighty. Oh yeah, all my other characters. Level 50 I guess that's Paragon 113 in Eternal mode. I don't know. We'll ignore the other ones. Spiritborn, totally not a druid. It feels more monk-esque. Because don't forget, there is already druid in the game. There's already druid, so... Right, where am I? What have I been doing? No idea. Let's portal back to town real quick. Before we get deep into this, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Let me also make sure that you guys get sound. I have not tested this on stream, by the way, so I've got absolutely no idea if it even works. Right, give me 2 minutes, boys and girls. Is it worth the $70? Nah. Buy it with gold. Alrighty. Yeah, in regards to if it's worth buying, I don't know. I'm literally level 12. I'm level 12. I don't really feel I've experienced basically anything of the new content yet. This is the first time I've played D4 since the launch of the game, like over a year ago at this point. What do we got here? The Oculus then. You take an item, you select it from the Codex of Power. Okay, I'm vaguely remembering this. Where do we see... Where is my Codex of Power?
Not in town.
These are all buttons that become second nature to you after a while, but I can't remember what the buttons are under normal circumstances. Do I not have anything in my Codex of Power? I'm going to assume I probably don't. Okay.
Not in town.
I did get a doggo, though. I would like to point out doggo. Yeah, boy. Love me a doggo. Ooh, it's a bit glitchy, isn't it?
Well, you certainly have the look of someone who spends a lot of time in the wilds.
I hope so.
I am not...
Yeah, potions. Tiny healing potions. Got to get to level 20 for better potions. Okay. Where are we off to? Down this way somewhere. Bit of a lore nerd for many games. D4 was really good in my opinion. I just think so many people want to speedrun straight to the end game. Well, dare I say, in an ARPG it makes sense though, right? Story is never really meant to be something that you care about too much in a game which is predominantly about grinding gear. What's going on up here? Yeah, I noticed yesterday I'm incredibly rusty. I should have arguably not started playing D4 again on a brand new class that I know nothing about, but ooh, a Lego. Slay as many waves as you can. Where's the... bees. We've got bee problems in WoW right now. Yeah, the pets seem to pick up gold and stuff for you, which was a thing they added late in Diablo 3 that was one of those quality of life features that once you had it, you can't live without. I already sense the game volume's too loud. I'll fix it after this event.
Hello.
Let's try that. What was this? Smithing Worshipper's Ring. Resist all, poison resist, dexterity, maximum life, damage. 14% chance increased critical strike against injured enemies whilst you are healthy. Gain a bunch of crowd control. Okay. Better than what I got. Nearly everything's going to be better than what I got right now. Dex max life. Take that. Okay. Let's do that in a minute. I wish I had a pile of Viridian Charm Caps lying around. Those that had big stacks of those materials have woke up to a very fruitful morning. Talk to the Wanderer. Where are you at then? You get free 1.2 mil. Take it. Take it. I like the mobility of this class. It seems pretty fast and furious. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, I've got absolutely no idea about the skills or the spec or any of that business right now, but that'll come in time. The blink is kind of nice. Get places fast, start killing things fast. Where's a ghosty one? I have to play. Oi!
Need
Oi!
more time.
Oi! I have to play. Where are you? There you are. Damage, critical strike, chance. I think I prefer the dexterity. So hang on, how do we unlock these? Party must conquer the desolate highlands. How do you... What does that mean? So these are like the world quests, but we've got these instantly. The question is why can't I do... What does party must conquer desolate highlands mean? Does that mean you must do all of the things? Is that what it means to conquer it? That's just the zone though, right? Confuse. Oh well, we'll continue with the campaign. We got a skill point actually. Let's look at skills real fast. I, for no apparent reason whatsoever, other than I thought Thrash and the Jaguar spec stuff sounded kind of interesting, went into Thrash first, keeping potential synergy with Jaguar stuff, went into Rake, but I don't particularly like it. Ravager just is a damage amp on cooldown, and Counteract is a defensive ability. But I'm not sure I like it. I want more sort of, I don't know what I want more. Just put another point into that. I'm actually going to probably leave that up on screen. I think it's going to be useful. How do I get in the building?
Blessed are you who will die in the Mother's name.
Give this stranger the holiest of welcomes.
Those that made posts asking if tinderboxes were nerfed were truly ahead of time. Yeah, they didn't know what was coming. They didn't know what was coming. It was so funny to see those posts though. Every other day there was a post. Have these been stealth nerfed? I ran one delve and didn't get 12 tinderboxes. They must be nerfed. What? Have you ever heard of sample size? Do you have any idea what you're talking about right now? Yeah, it was always coming. extrapolate from a sample size of 1 can confirm. Yeah, exactly. That's always what it felt like. Literally always what it feels like. I did one thing one time, and it didn't work. It must be nerfed. Oh, wait, where is it? In here somewhere?
Get out of my
Ooh, another Lego. I don't remember D4 dishing Legos out quite like this. What have we got? Bone Weaver Helm of Disobedience. Gain a bunch of armor. Increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage, stacking up to 25%. Absolute dog shit of most dog shit rolls, but we'll take it.
Go, run.
More armor is more good.
Another lamb for the sacrifice.
Bells. Again. What is left to ring them?
Let's say I have it on a second auction house alt parked there. Do I get updated prices on the other account, my main crafting account? Well, it depends what price source you're using for Craft Sim. My recommendation is that you actually use TSM, and so then TSM is what's... you want to make sure that your TSM is set up on both accounts. Craft Sim just does the numbers. Your price source is what's going to determine if your numbers are right or not. Why can't I interact with this? I don't know. At the beginning of the expansion, for example, Craft Sim was best off used with Auctionator prices. But now I'd say you can mostly get away with using TSM. Or if you're doing absolute minute by minute crafting, you can still use Auctionator. The Auctionator, yes, you're going to need to scan on both accounts. You're going to need to check on both accounts. TSM doesn't pull its data from within the game. It comes from your desktop application, so...
Your evil is done.
Boom.
Need more time.
Help, please.
Craft Sim won't update the prices, have to override everything. It's really annoying. Yeah, that sounds a lot like you're using Auctionator for your price sources. I'd consider switching it to TSM. Where do we want to spend points now? Are we... We're 3 points away from this. Do we want more in counter-attack? I don't really know. I'm not really sure I'm too big of a fan of these Jaguar attacks. I might try some of the other ones. As my main damage abilities, it's a bit boring. Stinger. Strike a small area, dealing 30 damage to enemies within as well as all surrounding poisoned enemies. Stinger applies 50% of its base damage as poison over 6 seconds to all enemies hit. Stinger makes a vulnerable enemy. If Stinger strikes a vulnerable enemy, it heals you for 10% of your health. If you are healthy, it makes enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. Do we want to go poison? So these are arguably our main damage abilities. So Quill Volley, hurl 5 feathers that pierce through enemies, each doing a bunch of damage. Makes enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds if they're hit with at least 3 feathers. Hurls out 3 additional feathers and deals 10% damage to every one hit. Feathers fly 50% further and converge on your target with additional crit chance. I kind of think I want Rock Splitter instead of Thrash, you know. Dive at an enemy slash, dealing 11 damage. Rush at a target, clobber enemies in front of you, dealing 8 damage. Your third attack strikes enemies around you. Your third attack unleashes a rapid series of slashes around you, dealing 16 damage. They're basically the same. How are they not the same? Thunder Spike, quickly jab forward with a piercing strike, dealing a bunch of damage. Your third attack pierces further, dealing 14 damage. Yeah, this all feels very much like playing a monk, where you just like punch, 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 and then a big punch in some way. Dart at, jab an enemy several times, dealing a bunch of damage. Okay, I don't think it really matters, does it then? I guess until you get some Legos under your belt, the synergy doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, that's probably a big lie. It probably matters an awful lot, but... Tinderbox is down to 350 now. Tinderboxes will go to basically free today. I do genuinely think... we spoke about this a bit earlier, and this is not sound financial advice, but I do tend to think that there'll be a crash of the price very aggressively, but in a couple of days' time, it'll start to sort of normalize and balance itself out a little bit more. You got to remember that people were getting spore caps. People had spore caps for like 2 gold a piece. That makes a tinderbox 6 gold. So, you know, there's going to be a bit of a wild price on them until supplies balance out, until all of that cheap stock that was bought up gets absorbed. It basically does mean the entire tinderbox market is just in the bin for a few days. One thing I'm not a fan of about modern ARPGs, too much reading in the abilities. I just want to pick everything from the same spell family and know that they will be the best synergy. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. That's the end game, isn't it, really, figuring it all out. But it makes the leveling feel a bit weird. Especially if you're coming in blind. Where is the... Whoa, we're making our way all the way down here? Can't we just teleport down there? I'm not running all the way down there. That's crazy talk.
The Spiritborn elders sent me here as emissary to help wanderers like yourself. We sensed the sacred hunt had begun. I've been told that foragers on the central plateau were torn to pieces and eaten while they still drew breath. It may be coincidence, but the timing raises suspicion. Meet me at the site. This may well be the start of your sacred hunt.
One thing we always know about the economies in World of Warcraft, though, is that players will price things based upon however much they spent to get the materials. Whether they bought the materials 3 weeks ago or they bought the materials today, they will, you know, they'll price their stuff based upon what they bought their materials for. And so those people that have bought, you know, bought glow caps for like 2 gold a piece and had thousands of them, basically have free tinder boxes. So the entire thing is going to be ludicrously crazy for a few days. I'd love to search, but how do I get there? Let me through. You son bitch. Do I have to go the scenic route? No. It won't let me go anywhere. Let me through. Did I miss the memo or something? What's going on here? I'll go around this way.
Greedy Hogrum scum!
No coin, no deal. You want the blade, you pay the price.
An arbitrary thing to put in place. Where's the dude we need?
Smithing fit for an iron wolf. Axes, armor, pots and pans. Lucky day, friend. You seem to have found him. I hope the cobbler didn't send you. Such a kind heart. Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only that's not quite what
I'm here for now.
Here.
Yeah. I'm not even I don't even think I'm that bothered by the story, am I? I'm too impatient for story in these games.
Yes, Papa.
Come, sit. I think better when I'm working. Faye, have you seen my... This is my daughter, Fayira. We can speak freely here. Isn't that right?
I understand you've word of Nehram.
Yes, our friend Lorath was on her trail. But he left off. Didn't say why or where to. I saw her, though. She came through town a few weeks ago.
How did she seem?
You needn't be so cautious. I know what she carries. I've seen what it has cost her. Last I saw her, she went in search of passage across the river, into Nahantu.
What? You just let her go off alone? You didn't even offer to help her? What is wrong with you?
Could you fetch the Setchers?
Is it just me?
Yes, Papa.
The graphics don't seem anywhere near as good as I remember them being.
Is a foundling of circumstance, if not neglect. She and the welfare of this town are the responsibility.
I remember Diablo 4 looking much better than this.
Just as you, Lorath, and Nerel.
This looks like a PS2 game.
Of creation on yours. I will not trade one for another. Would you?
Dirty glasses? Oh.
I suppose not.
You care too much, my friend. But that is a glad thing. Whatever you need while you're on Gaokul, I will be by your side.
Maybe I've got like
Stay put,
half
Faye.
my settings on low or something.
Then I go to the hideout, like you said.
That's my girl.
Performance quality mode. Ultra performance offers the highest performance boost recommended for 8K gameplay only. The hell? Sure, not playing it in 8K. Quality preset low. Why is the quality preset on low? That's probably half the reason. Maybe we won't do ray tracing, but at least give me high. Oh, that's better already. Yeah, my settings were on dog shit quality for some reason. Alright. That looks better.
Guardsmen, how many?
More than usual. The gate won't hold.
They must not reach the city.
Kill him! Get him gone.
You're as scrappy as Lorath said.
Leveling seems pretty fast though.
Go.
I'm quite sure I've only actually played this for like maybe an hour and a half. Although that said, once we get, what's the max? I don't even know what the maximum level is in the new expansion. Is it 100 again?
Horse sludge and bone. We don't. The infection started in Nahantu. We can only stymie the flow.
Nahantu. That's where you said Nerel's gone. I need to go after her.
I know. And I promise we'll find her. Just as soon as Geakul is safe.
Harvest Southern Expanse. Oh! So you've just got to kill a... Oh! Is conquering part... Do you just have to kill a bunch of shit in each different zone before you unlock the world quests in each zone? Is that what it is?
Flesh, gear, hell. Even the grass isn't spared.
Start to make more sense. This is kind of the problem with going in blind. The only rules I have about this game are based upon literally the launch of the game. And for all intensive purposes, this is a brand new game. Collect herbs. Ore. Doggo goes and picks up the ore. Love that shit.
Need more time.
For everyone who fell, a dozen lives are saved.
I'm tempted to kill a bunch of stuff just to get this to 100. If that's what unlocks the world quests out here. Conquer the southern expanse. I'm assuming that harvest is part of conquering. One thing I remember about D4 when it first launched is you had to go around the entire map finding the Lilith effigies or something. And they were hidden on the map. I wonder if that's still the same thing. I'm not sure I'd be too excited about doing that again. $89. 1991. See if we can find some more stuff to kill. Shrines? Were they called shrines? Yeah, something along those. Lilith shrines or something. They didn't appear on your map, you just had to find them. Or just use a third-party website to tell you exactly where they are. And there was a reason for finding them, and I can't remember what it was.
Let's clear it out and stop it spreading.
Made it a one-time collect pretty quickly after folks complained about it. Yeah, well, I suspect so. Ah, yeah, the D4 Planner website. I remember that one. Yeah, that one worked pretty well. I suspect it's probably the same still, isn't it?
Not ready yet.
Tenants of Akarat now. There's 30 of them for the Renown. Oh, okay. The Renown's still a thing we're going to have to chase, I reckon. I'll probably give this game a couple of days to see if it grabs me. I'm not highly holding my breath for it to be any better. I am also in the same category as I suspect a lot of other people who played Diablo 4 when it came out and were like, yeah, no. It's going to have to be quite an improvement, but we'll see if it grabs me. It might do.
Only 2 gods? Where are the rest?
They won't stop. Each kill brings 2 more. We're the only ones left.
Calm yourself. We're going to finish this fight, and then drinks are on me. You hear?
We never went back and played Last Epoch actually after the first season either. That's another one we should probably, it's probably had quite some developments on. I remember Last Epoch, you could play it in 2 different ways, and there was one side of the game where it was very economy based, which for some reason I chose not to do, even though it would have probably been exactly my thing. One of the guys who made TXM was responsible for a lot of the Last Epoch economy stuff. big nasty dude. Stand in the goo as long as the goo doesn't kill you. Stand in the goo. Kill the goo. Okay, the goo's starting to hurt. Down he goes. Dead. Manual. Jaguar Finesse. What the hell are you?
Damn things.
Affixes can be applied to weapons, gloves, rings, and amulets. Oh, okay. Use this item to unlock a new recipe. Jaguar Finesse can now be used for tempering. I'm assuming tempering is the crafting system.
Gone. We will remember. Things are worse than I thought. The Hollows are stronger and more numerous than we've ever seen. I promised I'd take you to Nerel, and I mean to keep that promise. But if the Hollows attack Geokul again...
Yeah.
I understand.
Thank you.
Nerel was traveling by boat. The old bridge should have a good vantage of the river.
Ooh. What's this one then? Potency skills annihilate enemies with strong force. Now we're cooking. Rushing claw. Charge. Cool. 4 charges. 4 per 20 seconds. Slash a short distance through an enemy, striking all enemies along the way twice for a total of 30 damage. Oh, it's now 22 damage. Hitting enemies with Jaguar skills increases the damage they take from you by 0.1% up to 10%. Furnace. Jaguar skills deal increased critical strike damage per stack of ferocity. There does seem to still somewhat be the fact if you just pick all the same skills, you'll do alright. It's probably not going to be hyper optimal, but I'm tempted to go that route. Just because it sort of makes sense until I know better. Until we get some more skills under our belt. Try some of the others. Oh, that's the dude in the boat from the intro cutscene. Spoiler alert. Sorry, I played the game. Yes, started it yesterday. Wow, that's some solid anti-aliasing there, game. Well done. Oh dear, the leg is flickering.
I can understand why Prava has tolerated you this long. But if the Church is to survive, it must hold tight to its convictions. Either the rules apply to everyone, or they do not actually exist. That builds trust.
Oh, he's got a good eye and a dodgy eye. Oh, I guess we get to see his face. Face reveal.
Nerel has fled holy judgment. Wielding the very soulstone she stole from our
He looks like the cop out of Breaking Bad.
as they lay
What's his name?
dying in hell.
Oh, I think I need to update my graphics drivers or something. These graphics are twitchy and glitchy as all hell.
Is the girl?
I see no reason to help you find her, Knight.
How many lives will you trade to protect Nerel? Is her life worth more than his?
Who's this fella?
You bastard.
Am I meant to know who that is? Ow.
No one is above the laws
Ow.
of heaven.
I didn't get signed up for being stabbed.
Away the darkness.
Short game. Yeah. GG. Died faster than tinderboxes. Went for a little swim there. Saw my corpse and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his child on the pit. A mother moulded a new age from the ashes. I saw the weak made strong, a pack of lambs feasting on wolves. Tears of blood rained on a desert jewel. All the way to hell was torn asunder. Then came a spear of light, piercing hatred's heart, and he who was bound in chains was set free. Rathma's prophecy. Who's this fella then? Psychic granddad's come to help. I don't know if that's the face you want to see when you first wake up after being stabbed in the chest, but... Oh, I've got a helmet on all of a sudden.
I'm the man who saved your life. Or Eru, if you like.
Arrow.
Eru.
Thank you. But why? Why save me?
You're Spiritborn. So am I. We look out for each other. What brought you to Nahantu?
I'm looking for my friend, Neyrelle. She's somewhere out there with a prisoner. A dangerous prisoner. I need to make sure she's all right.
Sounds like we should find her.
Alright. Go gadget. Are we getting a skill point for dying? Love that. Not going to complain. We also got ourselves a... What did we get ourselves? A shiny. Hatred grasps of the wild claws. Legendary gloves. Bit of dex, bit of maximum life, bit of resource cost reduction. Rake manifests a spirit jaguar, which also casts Rake at random enemies, dealing 54% base damage. Spiritborn only? Cool. I am using Rake, right? That's the big one. That's my right mouse click. We take it. Can we then, on that basis, make Rake as potent as possible? We already have. Good. Rake does most damage. Casting Rake grants a stack of Ferocity. Ferocity increases our attack speed by 5% per stack. Stacks up to 4 times. Lasts 4 seconds. Rake's Vigor cost is reduced by 2, meaning we can press the button faster. Reduced by 2 per point of Ferocity we already have. Hitting at least one enemy with Rake reduces the longest active cooldown by 0.5 seconds. If we combine that with a powerful cooldown, maybe. What were we using as cooldown? The Rushing Claw. This has got charges, so cooldown reduction on that's not going to make much difference. Alright, whatever.
This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. Unless you are refusing. Good. Then let's search the river. Bound to be some sign of your friend. Someone up ahead.
Who are you?
Not ready.
Yeah, that mobility one's quite fun. How do we get in his shield? Explosive mortar fire enhanced.
Need more time.
Got him.
I only lost a limb, but you were run through and drowned. How do you manage?
They wouldn't have. Without me.
Eru here patched me up. Perhaps he could help you too.
No amount of healing will bring back my arm. But Ram might ease the sting.
I'm afraid
Alcohol
you
is
need
always the
far
solution.
more than a drink to ease the pain of that wound.
You're right. Could use a place to sip on it in peace. I know a spot southeast of here.
Even I now think the dialogue's a bit quiet.
Greetings.
Hey, Gobbo! Nuke his ass.
Not ready.
Give me all the cash monies. Tier 2 rewards. Elixir of Destruction. What do we get? Exceptional Helm, Life Armor, CDR. When you cast a skill, you heal for 1.5% of your life. Double this bonus if below... Yeah, go on in. Screw the armor. What did it say we'd done? We did something, didn't we? What did it say we'd done? Well, welcome to Battle Pass. I did not sign up for welcome to Battle Pass. Go away. All unclaimed Battle Pass rewards from last season were auto-claimed. Sure. What it said I'd finished something, but I don't know what it was. Who knows?
By the Cathedral of Light?
Me and my realm.
Knew there was a reason I liked you.
Of course they locked it down.
Let me in.
Old friends. Too crafty for their own good.
Imperial ruins like this always had some kind of a secret tunnel built in. There must be another way.
If in doubt, use the back passage.
It'll take
Got
some
it.
acrobatics.
I see.
Don't worry, I can manage. Come, down below.
How do we get down though? Should I be putting points into these first? Enemies hit by a rushing claw take 10% increased damage from rushing claw. Rushing claw last charge will refill 4 charges by consuming 4 stacks of ferocity. Oh, too many numbers. I don't know how many stacks of ferocity I'm usually keeping. When rushing claw hits an elite enemy, you gain 10% increased dodge for 3 seconds. It's going to be handy for bosses, isn't it? Using Rushing Claw's last charge will refund 4 charges, but consume 4 stacks of ferocity. Sure.
Oh, yes, but be on guard. There's no telling what's taken up residence inside.
Inside, quickly.
We seem to be maintaining 2 stacks of ferocity just by default. I don't know how that's happened.
More time.
Certainly feeling pretty indestructible at the moment though. Doesn't seem to be really much chance of dying. To be fair, I am playing this on normal. I'm sure the pros out there are doing expert torments, whatever, but we'll work our way there.
Well, I thought you said you're a healer.
Among other things, I serve the spirits first.
Oh? And do they often bid you to do this much violence?
Only when there's something worth protecting.
Oh, hang on, was that a pipe?
You and I think we'll get along.
That's impossible. Need more time.
Oh, is there a goblin in there somewhere? Did I miss a gobbo? Well, either way, he's dead. Nuked his ass.
I need more time. I need more vigor. Need more time. Need more time. That's impossible. I'm low on vigor.
Oh no, feared. Don't like fear.
Not ready yet.
I can't quite get over how this still feels sort of like PS2 wise. Is it just I'm not used to the graphics settings? Almost feels Diablo Immortal-y still. Maybe it's just PTSD. Lose the movement speed, but do gain armor, dex, and max life. I like movement speed on boots. You're gonna have to do something special to get me to put movement speed down. Dex, maximum life, sure, we'll take those. Maximum life thorns, no, we'll keep dex, thanks. Resist all, cold resist. More resist is more good. We lose 2.7, gain 3.3. Up to a 15% chance to heal for 2 life, plus damage. Alright, let's give that a go. Dex to maximum life, plus, not using the sockets, why not? Search your way through the den. I've searched my way through. Where are we going from here then?
Aha! They left the rope. Always have a backup, I used to tell them. Mosia, then I remember it.
I took shelter from a monsoon here once.
Me too. More than once.
4 more points to get down here.
For what I'm planning.
This is our ultimate. What's our Jaguar ultimate do? The Hunter. Bound across the battlefield with the Jaguar spirit, dealing a bunch of damage upon landing and then rapidly slashing enemies in the area for a bunch of damage over 7 strikes. Okay. How are we going to get there? Let's look. We didn't put any points in counterattack particularly. Was there any reason for that? Counterattack's cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds per stack of ferocity that you have. Counterattack passively increases your critical damage by 6% for every close enemy up to 30. That sounds pretty good. Anything that's passive is a win. When you dodge a control impairing attack with counterattack, it will reflect that crowd control to all close enemies. I so always want to build glass cannon though. Ravager's duration is extended by 2 seconds per kill while active. Does that not mean we could theoretically keep that up nearly all the time? As long as you're killing fast enough. This bonus is reduced by 0.25 each kill to a minimum of... What? Hang on. How can you extend the duration per kill whilst active? The bonus is reduced by 0.25 for every kill. Wait, well, okay, what? Minimum ferocity increased by 2, that's the passive. Each of your attacks to deal an additional 40% damage per enemy for 6 seconds. While Ravager's active, your core skills instantly dash to your target and all vigor generations increased by 30%. Ravager passively stockpiles any healing you receive up to 40 stacks. Whilst active, Ravager will spend stacks to strike elite enemies up to an additional 4 times. So if we've got a way to do a bunch of healing, then that works better. Otherwise, more movement, more good. I guess.
My friend, this I cannot do. The knights know my name now. Better to keep them here than in the city, where they might go after my daughter or her father.
Aren't you your daughter's father?
Fayira is well provided for, no matter where she is. And she'll have you know that I'm her papa. My point is, I can do more good here in this place than back in the city. Look, I'll show you. Walk with me a moment, friend.
I'll unbolt the main entrance.
Years ago, I ran a mercenary company out of this place. The Pale Hand. I had less to lose then. But now, the fight's been brought to me. And I think I'd be more used to you as a mercenary, a shield for hire, if you will, than a smith. Though there's a chance you'll get both out of me. And my name still carries weight. The other mercenaries will be more likely to return if I am here. And you will need their help, my friend. You will never regret hiring one of the Pale Hand into your service.
Okay. Oh, a stash tab. Wait, hang on. What have we got a stash tab here? Centipede augments. Magic temper manual can be applied to weapon. Blah, blah, blah. Use this item to unlock a new. Yoink. Okay.
Friend, your heart is in a good place.
How much gold did you lose last night? Down 6 mil for me. I wasn't holding on to anything Tinderbox. I'd sold out of everything that was Tinderbox related, so I didn't lose a penny. Fortunately. But I know some people lost quite a bunch. If you're in the Sanctified Armor market, enchant markets,
that's where the Pale
yeah,
Hand
it
comes
could have
in.
been painful.
We can help fight your fight. My friends from those days are scattered across Sanctuary. I want you to find them and bring them here. It may take some convincing, but I'm sure you can manage.
Wait. Oh, a bunch of stuff going on in here. What's all this then? Priority quest. Unlocks mercenary Subo? Mercenary Varania. What are these mercenaries about? Mercenary Den. This is the secret gathering place for the mercenaries of the Pale Hand. Explore the hideout and reunite the mercenaries. As a solo player, you can hire mercenaries to follow you into battle. Mercenaries go on standby when you join a party. Enlist reinforcements to aid in critical situations. Reinforcements stay enlisted even when you team up with other players. Oh, okay, cool. Sure. There was a waypoint down here. To the den. Somebody told me that a GM sold information about tinder boxes and they split the price. Sure. Sure. Is your spacebar broken by chance? What do we do here? Priority quest. Hire the mercenary, enlist reinforcements. We can do some... Anything in here that's worth picking up? I think we'd look through most of this, hadn't we?
I can't salvage that. What is this?
Recognize it. I made it. Crafted for an old ally. A bounty hunter named Subo. Barely a scratch on it. I don't think Subo knows about my recent injury.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm
consider
very aware
assisting
about
in
the
my
tinderbox thing.
The fence must mean
my quizzing was
Stop
more
there.
about your
Take the helm,
GM
so he
selling
knows I sent you.
information claim, which I can't imagine I agree. I can't say I agree with. Right, so that's the den. Where actually is it then? Because we're going to need to remember where this is, right? It's all the way down in the south corner. Okay.
He's strong for having such a fresh wound. Though you recovered from yours like it was nothing. I might have helped a bit, sure, but not this much. What makes you so special?
I don't know.
I guess none of us do. Well, we'll say you're blessed by Akarat, and leave it at that. Come, let's find your friend. We can get a good view of the river from the southern cliffs. Let's start our search there.
Okay, so the pink quest is the mercenary quests. Might be smart to go and unlock these, I reckon. Unlocks the Spiritborn Spirit Hall. Okay, no idea what that is. So, purple quests are feature unlock quests, ones that I suspect we should probably prioritise and do pretty quickly. Act 7, Vessel of Blood, we can continue there. Okay, and then basic side quests. Alright, I'm getting to grips with this a little bit. Boys and girls, though, I think I'm going to go and leave it there for now. I want to go get me some food. I might look at playing this a little bit more this evening. Over the next couple of days, in fact, no, it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Friday, we might play a little bit more Diablo tomorrow. I'll probably play this a bit this evening. The leveling up process, I suspect, is pretty mundane. Not something that I feel overly needs streaming, but once we get more into the end game and building our character out and stuff, it could get a little bit more interesting. We can maybe get some parties on the go, group up, go kill some stuff together potentially. The tinderbox thing, I probably put a little video together about that. There's really not much to say on it other than the fact that it's a change that has nuked the entire market. They were clearly going to, they clearly needed to do something, but boy oh boy did they do something. In essence, taking tinderboxes from like 6 to 8k a piece to like basically free overnight was quite the change. Not one that I expected to wake up with today. So yeah, I'll put a little video together on that. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled on Team YouTube for that. But thank you all for joining. We had some tech issues as well earlier. I'll see if I can figure it. Twice in 2 days my OBS has done weird stuff. I maybe need to look at updating some things. I'll make sure that's done for next stream. But thanks all for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.